Hello everyone, this is a quick tutorial on your point of sale feature within your store, hosted by Bitcoin Merchant. One quick prerequisite, if you haven't already done so, your wallets need to be configured in order to generate invoices in this tutorial. Check out our other tutorials on wallet setup for more info. Once we click on point of sale, we will come to our app page. This is where you can create your app name. So for this example, I will say in-store terminal number 2 and hit create. You can always return to the point of sale tab over here if you wanted to create more app instances over here. So go back here for now. We can change our app name here and our display title that would pop up on our physical POS machines if that be the case. Another quick important note is that if you want to select one of our 4 viewing styles here, we need to click the save button in order to actually view it. So we'll just do that right now. We'll click save. Perfect. See the app updated. We'll hit view. We can see here that it brings us to our list of products. The ones shown here are just the default example set up for your benefit. We will go over quickly how you can add, modify, or delete as needed. Here you can generate invoices for each individual product you have set within your store. So this would not be for multiples, but each individual one. Another great feature is the link provided above can be sent to customers or plugged in via our e-commerce plugins for online stores. If you have access to a web developer or have skills, there are additional options below down here that allow you to customize and build these features with your own online checkout. Moving on to product list with a cart provides the same checkout, very similar to the one we just viewed. So save and view. Now we can see here that we have all our items now, and we can add them to our cart on the right hand side, and we can adjust quantities to generate invoices on multiple items, as we can see here. Now, again, this link above here can be shared with other customers or built into your own websites through additional tooling. Okay, so if we go back here, we can start with our keypad, but before we move on to our keypad, if we scroll down just below it, we can see various checkout options. So we can see the text display on each button for items with a specific price. We can also request different customer information or additional to the invoices. Some of this can be done through forms in the form section under store settings. We can also disable zero amount invoices. We could display the search bar, display the category list within our carts. Again, these are additional options when this is saved. If we changed our keypad option, we'll hit save. Great. And we'll scroll back down and we can see that some of these things have changed. So we can display the item selection for the keypad above here. So that will pop up. We'll disable that for now. If we want to enable tips, we can adjust the text that will display with it. If we want to add different percentage amounts, we can, let's add 25% as another option. We can also adjust the default tax rate that you want to implement on all invoices. So let's do 5%. And that will be added in addition. We can also add discounts on the options here, but again, as it suggests, this is not recommended for a customer self-checkout. Okay, so let's go back up to the top and let's go into our keypad display. So we'll hit save again to change that and go to view. So here you can allow for custom amounts for invoices to be generated relative to the currency you have selected as your default within your store. So here I got Canadian dollar set. For this example, let's do $20. And let's put in a tip and we'll put in 15%. You can also see here that we enabled discounts. So this does pop up here and we will charge. So also here we can see our inputted amount, $20. We can see our tip amount, and we can see our default tax rate in here as well. So let's go to charge. Now we can see an invoice here created with a unified QR code, which allows a customer to utilize liquid, lightning, or on-chain transactions if the amount you've allowed for on-chain transactions corresponds to the amount the customer is paying. This is covered in more detail under store settings tutorials, specifically under checkout appearance. Quickly moving on to our print display. So I've already got this saved. We're ready to view. So here we can see the QR codes associated with our relative products and their descriptions. So this QR code will allow a customer to effectively pay for the item. But we can also do something a little bit better, just as far as indicating the invoices have actually been paid. So we can click on regular version here, and now we can see the same UI pop up. Now let's go to set something a little bit more. So let's do a $10 transaction. Okay, so here we can see we have our total fiat amount with that tax included and our rates and our amount in sats. So I'm going to quickly mock a transaction here with my wallet of Satoshi into my Aqua wallet that is connected to this store via Samrock. So I will quickly scan the QR code. Transaction should go through here in a few seconds, and just like that, the invoice is paid. Now, this is easily comparable to any dollar transaction with final settlement. Now, for adjusting products, you can do this here with the description. We can add description display text. Again, this will affect depending on your view type. We can also go to products here to directly adjust each one. So let's say we wanted to adjust our black tea. So let's upgrade our price. We'll say it's $5 Canadian fixed. You can also add minimum pricing. So it will be a minimum $5 Canadian, which could be adjusted higher or kept the same as the customer wants to pay for it. Additionally, you can use custom pricing options. This essentially allows the customer or whoever has access to this to effectively input the amount they want to do. Again, do not recommend for customer self-checkout. We can also have our tax rate, a custom tax rate per item. We can have a chosen image for our product. We can change description of the item. We can also add categories if we need to organize better. We can also add inventory as well. So here we can see black tea 3 left. Just keep in mind, if you do put this to 0, it will show as sold out. Leave blank if you do not want to use this feature. And lastly, our pay button text and our ability to enable or disable this product from appearing in our carts or displays. So let's click apply. You can see that there. And let's add some description text just to show you how it displays in the cart. So let's save that. And let's go to view. So here now we can see those changes are made in the cart. So we can see here we had some selected. Let's remove this. Let's add a few green teas. We could see earlier when we were playing with those tip options that the tip is present in here and the discount is as well. Again, recommended that you do not have this for a self-customer checkout. Lastly, I just want to cover that if you want to delete the app, you can do so right at the bottom, or alternatively, you can archive this app. If you want additional help with website building, you can reach out to us and we can provide a third-party recommendation. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and keep stacking sats.